Hey, we're live. Hey, good morning. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well today. I really need a hair. I gotta get my hair cut. Anyway, I gotta hire my boy to cut my hair. Today, talk about the hammer. I got the hammer. I got this old Pennsylvania Railroad, part of the Railroad Museum I'm setting up. I'm talking about being the Scrum Master, the hammer of the team, right? And how far. Or are you a picker? Do you pick at people, right? Like got a nice pickaxe from the railroad. Or are you this fluffy dog toy type of Scrum Master? Everything's okay. That's nice and soft and fluffy, right? Soft and fluffy, Jerry. Used to be a dog toy and got eaten up, killed by the other dog, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Are you that? Do you need to be the hammer as a Scrum Master, or do you need the other extreme to be the fluffy dog toy? We're going to go back and forth on that a little bit. And this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And we talk about Agile Scrum in a practical and tactical way. I'm very practical, very tactical on how we do this. So you can bring value to your customer, get home to family and friends, not work those crazy hours that they want you to work sometimes to get stuff done which you shouldn't have to, and have some fun. So we're having a little fun today, bringing some side things. I got fluffy everywhere now. So why the hammer? I was in a couple meetings the other day, and people are very fluffy, just very wishy-washy. So I wanted to talk about sometimes you have to be the hammer, right? You have to be, and I want to be delicate because I don't want to break this, but this is an old Philadelphia Railroad hammer. It's marked with the Philadelphia Railroad, and I don't want to break it, right? It's part of the museum. So, but they were being like, oh, well, I asked for something. I don't know. I haven't heard back. I don't want to be pushy about it. I'm like, did you not commit to getting work done? Well, yeah, but, it's only been 3 days. What the hell's have you told them why you needed it? Anyway, so the big thing is I see a lot of Scrum Masters trying to be everyone's friend and be the fluffy, right? I want to be everyone's friend. I want to be friends. Well, guess what? If your team doesn't produce, you're gonna have to find a new job, right? And if the team doesn't produce, the whole team's gonna have to find a new job because sooner or later, people are gonna cut them out because you have to be able to negotiate that. Should you be the hammer like some project managers? They pick at people. Pick, right? When are you gonna get this done? What's the date? When are you gonna have it done? When are you gonna have it done? How many times have you been in a meeting and you get the Scrum Master or a project manager who becomes a Scrum Master? When are you going to get it done? When are you going to get it done? And that's not the question. The question should be, how can I help you get it done? So now you're being the hammer, right? And there's the Pennsylvania Railroad symbol on the back. If you want to see. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. It's right there. PRR. Anyway, you do need to get them to understand that it's important to get stuff done. I had one group they had desire to get something done, and they're like, I'm like, you want it done in 2 weeks. You have no backlog for getting this work done. What are you doing, right? So the Scrum Masters have to be the hammer at times to get them to where they need to be and help guide them, because a lot of people just want to be friends. They just want to be nice to everyone. But the problem is it's going to hurt you in the end. And it's not about being nice, it's about asking the right questions. And you as a Scrum Master coach them in how to ask the right questions. Like, hey, we all agreed we were going to get this done next week, and let them understand the impacts of not getting stuff done in the conversation that they're having with the other people. And then you're coaching them. So you're not just a hammer, you're actually giving them the idea of what needs to be done. I just hope the cat does not take out. Bubbles is being Bubbles again today. I left the door open, so if it's loud, it's because of Betty. I will share a picture of why I left the door open to my office. So if you hear a lot of sounds from people walking around the streets of Philadelphia, that would be the reason why. But again, do you have to be the hammer? Do you say, you screwed up, you messed up, I'm going to smack you into a little peg, right? This is a heavy hammer, by the way, two-handed. Plus I want to be delicate. But do you have to be that way? No, right? But you do have to reinforce the rules of the team. See, the team likes having that person play good cop, bad cop, where you have to, and whatever the team's rules are, you're the one who speaks up and says, this is what the team agreed to. I'm just reminding you what the team wanted to do, right? If stuff is not getting done, your job is to keep the flow moving of work, right? If they're sitting around hiding somewhere for a couple of days, you only give them a day. If they don't come out from their hole within a day, you got to let them know. And if your sprints are a day long, it's like an hour, right? But I'm talking like a 2 weeks. So if you're in a 2-week sprint, someone goes in a hole for a day and doesn't really come out, you as Scrum Master will have to go get them. Is that being a hammer? No. Can it be looked at as being a hammer? Yes. If you come out there, what the hell are you doing? Where'd you go? You haven't updated your board in 3 days. Why the hell haven't you updated your board? That's the hammer. That's the pick, right? That's being a picky person. So I just want to share that with you. You do have to come down as the hammer every once in a while. Hey, this is due. You have to go to another team and say, we agreed to that this was there, right? One other point. And I got a weird YouTube delay going on, so I'm going to be careful. I did notice if I put my hand anywhere near and I talk with my hands, it messes up the signal. If you talk to somebody and you're using the system like Azure or Rally or Jira or Trello, anything, any system, Microsoft Project, whatever it would be, and you talk to somebody about doing something, always end the conversation. And this is being the hammer. This is being the coach. Okay, so we talked about you're going to do this. When can I expect to see the issue written and recorded in your backlog, right? And when can you give me the link to that item, right? See how I asked that? I didn't ask but I was a hammer, definitely a hammer, but not like massive bludgeoning, like you screwed up, you suck, all that. It's about getting a confirmation of when you can go look it up. And then you have a follow-up. Because in that agreement conversation, the two professionals have agreed to what's going to happen. You can follow up, check to make sure they have in their backlog, link it to whatever in your team's backlog needs to be linked to, and let your team know that, hey, by the way, they set up this issue. I connected the link, so it is linked so you can follow how they're doing it, and you know who's working on it and where it stands if you need to ask any questions. And that entitles the team to be self-organized. That's where the Scrum Master can establish that stuff and help that process out. It's being a hammer, but it's being a hammer in a specific way. Where is the information? When are you going to do it? When are you going to let me know that it's posted? Those are key, simple questions that a Scrum Master should do. A lot of Scrum Masters do not do that, by the way. Not project managers have been doing it for a million years. Don't do it either. But that's what they should be asking. So I want to share that with you. You have to be a hammer, right? You should not be the fluffy friend all the time because that doesn't help that person achieve greatness, right? Being the fluffy person doesn't help the team win the Olympics, right? You have to be not on them, not a picky person like some project manager to pick. When are you going to get done? What day are you going to deliver? But you have to be at a point where the hammer is, this is serious stuff. When are you going to post this so I can track? You do whatever time you want. I need to know when you're looking at committing to it on your team for our dependency, right? So these are the kind of things that you are being a hammer, you're being a stickler, and you can remind them and say, hey, you were going to do this. I need to know when you're not doing it. I'm not just asking you to tell me when you're getting delayed. That's all, right? So that's what I have today. So be a little bit of a hammer. Don't be the fluffy, wuffy cat, dog toy thing that someone else is going to destroy later on because you were too soft, right? And then the big dog over there, Jerry, comes over and eats you. That would be bad. All right. With that, please give us a thumbs up if you like the show. We try to keep it short and brief. And ring the bell once, twice. And I want to thank all the somebody in India downloaded like hundreds of my podcasts the other day. I guess they liked it and decided they're going to listen to everything. I hope. I don't know. They downloaded a lot. Maybe they're going to write a whole training class out of it. I don't know. Maybe. So I want to thank you for the activity. Tell your friends about our podcast that's out there. And again, anybody can listen to this at any time during the day. That's why we do it on YouTube. And with that, I say happy scrumming. Have a great day. Enjoy your day and see you tomorrow. Bye. See ya.